they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Luck. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
91 is the mark.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Ball trot. 91 is the mark. Check 91. 91 is the mark.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught by Bryant. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Let's go.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
4 down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check. Line 90. Mike 91. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Go, go, go. Motion, motion, motion. 66. Roll it. Ha. 91 is the mic.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Go, go. Line 40. 54. Get that quarterback deep line. Get that quarterback deep line.
Out of the gun, Luck. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
It's
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. 380. Mike 91. You run. Run left. Check out. Hey, alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. 40. Alert. Clear. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. You don't see me in your...
Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
40. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Go. Off.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lott. That's complete. It's Gordon. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Luck now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Luck now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. All go special.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alert. Hey, we got 4 down.
Now Wilson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
25. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. What we got? Mike, 55.
To throw again is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
55.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing
Again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Open man is Gordon, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Luck on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Gets it to Gordon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
19. Check 91. 91 is the
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Carson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One, 90. In the face. 14.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Grenade! Watch the run. They're running it.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go, here we go. Reload.
To throw again, Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by Bobby McCain. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Locke. Wilson's got it complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. Able to get this to Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He's got a first down past the 30. And shutting him off, now open field. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Luck. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Luck. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, all day. Let's get it. Hey, check out. Ready. Check out 50. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch. Hey, 0. Check right. Watch it, 5. Here I come again. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He was looking for Parker that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
What? Move the team. Mike 91. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Block. Got it.
They'll toss it out to Carson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert. 55.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
.36 power.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson now operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
0-0.
From the gun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 24, Luck sets up the screen to Gordon. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He was brought down by 12 wins. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Luck. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Now Luck. Going deep here for Parker. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Luck now to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Go.